Hello everyone. Today we start a new module or chapter in 4th grade math, exploring measurement with multiplication. Unlike other countries in the United States, we don't use metric system for measurement. We use customary system. In today's lesson, we focus on length units in US customary system. Create conversion tables for length from larger to smaller units. Length units in the United States customary systems are yards, feet, and inch, and these are the abbreviation for each one of them. Each yard equals to 3 feet, and these are not just any feet, these are standard size feet, so your foot can be smaller or bigger than the standard foot. So each yard is 3 feet and each foot is 12 inches. Depends on what you're measuring the length of, you're using either of these as a unit of measurement. For example, if I want to measure the length of a pencil, which one do you think is the appropriate unit to use? Inches. So I can use, and you have the rulers with inches and centimeters on another side. One side inches, one side centimeters, which is a metric system. If I'm using inches to measure this pencil, after I align one side to 0, I see that this pencil is 4.5 inches. If I'm using bigger length or distances, I use feet. So if you ask your parents, on their driver license they have their feet, how tall they are is written in feet and inches. So this example that I chose for you is social distancing, recommended distance from each other, 6 feet. As you see, the reason is if someone's sick here and they cough or sneeze, the virus can travel and spread all the way to 6 feet. If you are within this distance, you're going to get sick. But if you are after 6 feet, 6 feet or longer distance from each other, you're safer that way. If you're going over even larger distances, such as in soccer, the goal area is a small rectangular box measuring 20 yards in width and 6 yards in depth. So this is the goal area, this box, and because the length is bigger, we don't use inches or feet for it. We can always convert, but then the number is going to be so big. We are using yards to measure that. There's another unit that we use in US customary service, which is mile. So 1 mile is unit of distance, which is 1,760 yards. So we are dealing with big numbers here. Imagine if you wanted to change these yards to feet and then inches. There are lots of zeros there, right? We use mile for distances which are really big, like distances between places in a city, or different cities from each other, or even different countries from each other. So the example that I have for you here is our school, Blackman Elementary. You may even recognize some of your houses here. If you live close by school, you can just recognize the streets here. So the distance between our school and Natural History Museum of Utah that we went before the dismissal, the distance is 8 1/10 miles. So when you measure distance between different parts of the city, different cities, or different countries from one another, if you're using US customary service system, you are using miles. Another thing you need to know in this lesson is how to convert one unit to another. And for 4th grade, we always use converting from larger unit to smaller unit. In order to do that, you need to know the rule for conversion or changing one unit to another. 1 yard is 3 feet. So any other number for yards that I have, I need to multiply it by 3. That's why the title of this module is measurement using multiplication. So if I have 1 yard is 3 feet, 2 yards is 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6 feet. 3 times 3, 9 feet, and so on, as if you're going over your hashtag for 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18, and so on. For conversion from feet to inches, the rule is 1 foot equals 12 inches. So every feet that you have, you multiply by 12 to get to inches. Another reason that you need to practice your multiplication facts, your hashtags, you're going to need it every year in math, and other things too. So those of you who know your hashtags for 12, you're going to have an easy time here. 1 is 12, then 24, 36, 48, 60, and 72 inches as we go, and so on. So any feet, in order to change it to inches, you're multiplying it by 12. I hope you can practice on your own. Just look around you in the house, see what are some objects that you need to measure with inches, some of objects that you need to measure by feet, and objects that you need to measure with yards. Reach out to us if you have any question. Good luck on exit tickets and happy learning, loves.